Hey guys, and welcome to a new month-end video. It is actually only September 16th right now, so it's only mid-month, but I'm having all kinds of feels and thoughts, so I thought I would pop on and record them now instead of waiting and condensing all of these things into just one shambly clip. So today we're going to be talking about good, happy disbelief feelings. I don't know. I can't believe that in just 2 weeks I'm going to be finishing my 8th month of bulking. I knew I was going to get to this point. I had committed. There were very few things that would have prevented me from achieving this goal, but at the same time, I just can't believe I'm doing the thing. I am going to be finishing my 8th month, 8 whole months. If I had missed my period and found out I was pregnant on day 1 of this bulk, my due date would be at the end of this month. Like, just to put the timeline into perspective, I'm always doing that. Like, every single video I think I've filmed, I've compared this bulk to a pregnancy. And this is a huge milestone. It's not a small amount of time, 8 whole months. But I don't know. I'm just super proud of myself and super pumped. And I've been saying for many, many months that getting to the 8-month mark is my first major goal, because they say that you really shouldn't bulk less than 8 months. I mean, mini bulks are a thing and stuff, but they say bulking between 8 to 12 months is ideal. And I plan to go 15 more weeks, so almost an entire calendar year. And that's also wild that there are only 15 weeks left this year. I just posted on Instagram when I did the calculations. I'm like, that's only 15 posterior chain leg days left for me this year. Only 15 back and chest days. Only 15 anterior chain leg days. Only 15 arm days left. I have only 15 times I can work these body parts before I'm done with this particular bulk. And given where I'm at in my fitness journey and my life and my hormones and everything, I am not going to be the type who's going to be able to lose fat and gain muscle. My goal is when I cut, I lose fat and preserve as much muscle as humanly possible. And then I think my plan is to sort of maintain or recomp kind of for a short while before going into another bulk, maybe next winter. I don't know. Those are like loose plans. But for all intents and purposes, I have 15 more days to work out these body parts before I'm sort of no longer going to be putting on more muscle for like a whole another year. I'm going to be losing a little bit of muscle and then hopefully just like maybe regaining it or maintaining so that I can give my body some time to rest before diving into hopefully another build. So it's lit a fire inside of me. I feel like my whole entire mindset has shifted. I feel so motivated right now. I mean, like the past several months, it's all been a matter of commitment and discipline and consistency, because a year-long bulk is a grind. It's a really long time. But this year has gone from the long game to a short one in a really quick, hot minute. I feel like I have overnight switched from, oh my God, I got to keep grinding. I can't be afraid of the body fat. I got to, keep my eyes on the long game, eyes on the prize, just got to keep going, to suddenly like, OMG, I'm running out of time. I've really got to hot-foot it to squeeze out all the last gains I possibly can. And as a result, so far this month, I have PR'd every single day I've lifted. Not every single lift, of course, but at least one of my lifts of each of my days, every single day I've worked out this month, I have hit new, I've increased the weight. And I'm just going to keep pushing. And part of me was like, man, maybe I haven't been pushing enough the past several months, but I realized I got to go answer the door. Have just that little bit of extra oomph and willingness to take some risks in the gym and progressively overload at a rate that is perhaps, a little bit on the aggressive side, because time is of the essence now. I've been saying that for 8 months, but it really feels like time is of the essence now. So that's it. That's the clip for now. So let's jump ahead a couple weeks and do like month end stuff and yeah, continue to march forward toward the finish line. Go us. Guys, this morning routine I have is just kicking my butt, like getting up at 4:30 in the morning to train my butt off for 2 hours, hour and a half, and then come home and wrangle up the kids, get them to school. Oh my God, I'm just like, I am so chronically tired. When am I gonna not feel tired? I thought that being in a calorie surplus would mean I wouldn't be so tired. I'm constantly freaking exhausted. And it's probably because my sleep quality is crap. I toss and turn. My kids are always waking up invariably throughout the night. Right now, they're all actually home because they're sick. So, Anyway, I'm not here to bitch about things. I am thankful to be alive. And I am thankful to say that I have officially completed my 8th month of bulking. I can't believe I did it, you guys. I can't believe I've made it this far. Now, I still have something like 12 weeks left to go. But, oh my gosh. And even just to be in the 12-week countdown, that feels so monumental. Oh, speaking of monumental, I am having the most unbelievable month of lifting. I have not progressively overloaded at this rate since I was actually in my diet this time last year. And I was like on the newbie gains train, right? I'm slamming on weights. I just threw on something like 5 extra kilo. Just threw on 5 extra kilo to my bench press. Like, I spent months stuck at the same weight. I just did recently a Bulgarian split squat. Like, I'm up to doing 40 kilo Bulgarian split squats when I spent months stuck at 25 kilo. Oh my God, right? Like, I'm really, really pumped, as you can see. We are here to do progress pictures, measurements, and weigh-in because it is, September 30th. So I actually just did my weigh-in and I came in at 72.75, which I'm super pleased about. So I gained approximately 3/4 of a kilo this past month, which not only is in my target, but is really exceptional considering the fact that it was my daughter's birthday this month. And she had 3 separate birthday parties, one for her friends, one with us, and one with family. And so it was just like cake and ice cream and pizza and party foods, like excessively this month. And I still managed to keep it together. And I'm going to talk about, like, real quick, a downside. My husband and I finally, like, for the first time ever in the past 8 years since we've become parents, we did an overnight trip away from the kids. And I was going to wear a dress and like dress up fancy for dinner. And none of my dresses fit. None of them. Completely too tight in the belly and hip region, which is just fat. That's not even muscle related. That's purely fat. So I'm like slowly sidestepping my way into a dirty bulk, but this is all just a big learning experience for me. With that said, though, when I'm done at the end of this build, at the end of the year, I'm going to do a pre-bulk clothes try on, kind of like how I did my pre-pregnancy clothes try on after I lost all the weight at the end of last year. So we're going to do it in reverse and just see how all my clothes are fitting now. And then hopefully we can do it again after the cut diet and see how they finally are fitting a little better. I got to figure out what this guy wants, and then I'll be back to do measurements. Okay, guys, so I did the compilations, and here is my plus or minus changes compared to last month end. And then in a couple seconds, I'm going to flash up on the screen a picture of my overall gains since the beginning of this building phase 8 months ago. And so we'll put it up right now. All right, guys, I'm actually having to do a voiceover for this section because apparently I am an idiot and I can't do math, like simple basic math. But I have now since updated the graph that you guys see on the screen, so it is accurate, and those are my plus or minus change figures for the past 8 months. But what I'm saying on camera actually still stands, and that's just that I tend to put all of my excess weight on my waist and sort of that spare tire around my midline, and that's that's what you can see on this graph, is that's where I've put on the majority of my centimeters and inches, with the exception of my glutes, which have taken on their own postal code. But I also put on some decent size this month on my biceps, which I'm really happy about. But for all intents and purposes, everything is kind of just slowly growing, except for my hips. My hips and my butt, they are just they've taken on a life of their own. And that's why none of my clothes are fitting right, and why I'm, getting a muffin top when I'm wearing pants and all this, that, and whatever. But I'm really pleased right now with the numbers. Now, just as a caveat, I, at the time of recording this clip, have not taken my progress pictures yet, but I will pop them up here because at some point today I will take them, I will edit them in, etc. We're getting into fall, and so the lighting is changing. It's really hard to get proper lighting to come into my bathroom window, and I kind of need that lighting at this point now that I'm so deep into a bulk, because it's very hard for me to see much of my definition showing through the body fat. So I don't actually know how these progress pictures are going to look, but I'm not going to lie, I am a little nervous. I'm not expecting much. I don't put body fat so much onto my appendages, so I expect my arms and legs to look halfway decent, but my core, I'm telling you guys, I'm carrying some inches of subcutaneous fat in that region, and I feel it, I see it. My clothes don't fit well, and I know it's going to start reflecting in my progress pictures, but I'm not going to shy away from posting the honest to God truth, because in a couple months when I'm done with this build, I'm going to get into a cut, and I'm going to want to be able to compare my results shedding the body fat with how I looked when I was at the peak of body fat. And I know it's just going to make the hard work of dieting that much sweeter to be able to look back and see the honest to God truth of how I look right now. So that's that. I think I've talked long enough in order to have shown my comparison pictures, progress pictures, and whatnot. That is the end of this video. So we're going to march forward into month 9, and I'll catch you guys at the end of next month. Okay, here we go.